afternoon, ladies. Today is Tuesday, November the 12th, 2024. It's 5:32 p.m. And I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting of the Laredo Commission for Women to order. Will we please stand before the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Can we please have roll call?
Guadalupe Ramirez.
Present.
Maria Zambudio. Here. Mary Lou Ibarra. Frida Figueroa.
Here.
Silvia Palombo. Absent. Leticia Guajardo Martinez.
On her way.
Esther Pirova. Absent. Diana Rodriguez.
Here.
Laura Yanez.
Here.
Sandra Cavazos Ayala.
Present.
Rosa Maria de Llano.
Present.
We have a
So we have, just for the record, Mary Lou Ibarra is absent, Sylvia Palombo is absent, and Esther Pirova. And right now, still Ms. Martinez, right? That's it. Okay, thank you very much. And, you have the minutes. Can you take a few moments to please review the minutes of October the 15th?
I so move that the minutes are approved.
There's a motion by Diana Rodriguez to approve the minutes. Do I hear a second?
I second it.
Second by Rosa Maria de Llano. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Okay, motion passed. The minutes have been approved. Thank you, ladies. Public comments? I don't think we have anybody. Okay. Communication and announcements. At this time, I'm going to, I'm sure all of you know by now that one of our Laredo Commission for Women Hall of Fame honorees, Mrs. Marta Narvaez, passed away last week. And I'd like to ask for a moment of silence, if you all don't mind, for a minute. If we could just have a few moments of silence in her memory. She was a beautiful, wonderful lady that we honored this past year. Thank you very much. Okay, item number 7, actions, report on approval of the 24-25 action plan by City Council on November the 4th. Let me give you a little bit of background of what happened. Originally, I was supposed, we were, actually Lupita and I were at the meeting of November, hold on, let me December. We were at the City Council meeting on October the, what was it,
The 28th.
The 28th, October the 28th, and we were there till wee hours.
11?
Yeah, wee hours.
Or 11 p.m.
Finally, somebody told us, you know what, we suggested you table your item and come next week, because there's gonna continue to be a lot of discussion on the water issue and on the vetoing and so on and so forth. So Lupita and I left at that time. I think you left a little. Oh no, we both.
No, we both left.
Yeah, we both left. And so they tabled our item. So then we had to go back on Monday, which was on November the 4th. And again, I was there, Lupita and I were both there till 11, and
Till
we left
11.
at 11.
Yes.
Yeah, at 11. And I stayed there, I said, I cannot table again, because then here we would be again, that we can't do anything until we get the action plan approved. So, ni modo, I had to bite the bullet. And they were still back and forth with a horrendous meeting, but that's neither here nor there right now. So finally, about 11:30, they called me. And we're very close to 11:30. Lupita just told me, ya no aguanto, Sandra, I'm gonna leave. I said,
Yes,
"Leave,
yeah,
go
that's it."
ahead, y se fue. And then a few minutes later, they called me, and I just got, they weren't even listening to what I was saying, because they had their minds on all these other things. But I presented our plan. I told them that we had the 3 new, additional, things, presentations that we wanted to do this year, and all this was new and that, and they were like, I move that we approve the action plan, and vámonos, and they all approved it unanimously, and it was approved. I think I got home, I don't know, almost at midnight. And then there was a horrible accident as we get out of the city council. A car flipped over, and it was just a really crazy night.
Well, it was when they were fighting, when there was a fight inside the
Oh,
city
yes.
council.
Yes.
Well, at least we had a good show.
There was a fight in city council?
Yes, but let's not discuss that right now, because it would be.
Yes, oh my God.
So anyway, just to tell you that we finally did get it approved on November the 4th. And some members were listening to some of the things that I said it very quickly. Also, I was drained. Also, I had been there since 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yes.
4:30 in the afternoon to 11:30 or midnight.
But you're allowed to move it up. Didn't.
They know, I asked them, can you please? I asked everybody, but no, right away, they
Yeah, the
put
water,
in the water push.
the water was very important.
It is.
Yeah, and it is still, and I mean, it just, we were in the wrong place at the wrong time, I think, if you wanna call it that, because the issue of the water, had that not been an issue, we wouldn't have had a problem. We presented it many times before without a problem. They listened, they asked questions, they asked if we need money. This time, they didn't even bother, yeah. But it's okay, we got it approved, and we're ready to move forward with our action plan, and we're already starting to move forward, so. Yay, it got done. All right, any questions on that? Everybody has a copy of the action plan that was approved, right?
Last city council, last meeting.
At the last meeting, everybody got a copy, okay. There were no changes or anything, so, it was, approved, presented as we all approved it here. Okay, let me go now to, that was letter A. Let's go to, I hope nothing happened to Lizzie, she said it was very heavy trash.
Just call it truck.
No, she'll be here.
There's a lot of trucks.
Okay, can I hear a report by the Briefing and Presentations Committee? Ms. Lupita?
Yes, this is Lupita Ramirez. We did have a meeting for the Briefings and Presentation Committee on October the 5th at Bolillos at 11 a.m. Present was Sandra Cavazos, Rosa Maria de Llano, Maria Zamudio, and myself. We decided to have presentations every quarter. The first one to be December the 9th. The topic would be on health issues. The second one, February the 10th.
Oh, and the speaker, you forgot to mention the speaker.
Oh, the speaker would be Ms. Julie Bazan, and she already confirmed.
Yes.
Yes, so, and we're gonna talk about suicide prevention, about health issues, community resources available, that sort of thing. The second presentation would be on February the 10th. Our presenter would be Norma Rodriguez from the Small Business Development Center. I did call her today. I don't have the confirmed date, but that's what I'm working on. And this would be more on finances, for the ladies.
And financial literacy as well.
Financial literacy, correct.
Yeah, we know that.
And The third one, we have a date of June the 9th.
¿No era el 9 de mayo?
June
Very much
9th.
April. May, would be May,
June.
because you said every 3 months.
Yes.
March.
One we have December 1st,
February.
and then the other one would be, the one
February.
we did in February was because in March, there's spring break and a lot of people are out of town.
And also
And we
we're
have
having
the
the
Hall of
conference.
Fame.
we're-
And the
no,
conference,
it's not a
yeah.
Hall of Fame, we're having the conference.
And we
Yes.
didn't have one this year, so I thought it was next year.
What?
We didn't have one this year.
One what? Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame,
We
2020?
had it, we had it.
Oh, with 2024.
Yes.
We had a Hall of Fame.
Hello.
So the next date is June the 9th. And this is gonna be on the legal aspects. We don't have a speaker yet. We are working on, we have several names that we talked about, but they have not been confirmed. But at least we have the late and the topic would be legal.
Did I ask you who the people that are gonna be approached? Or do you
We
know?
were talking about family law. Well, like, we're thinking of maybe Madeline Lopez Escoto,
And
Becky Palomo, Rosemary, but I remember, why I have that name? Oh, Sister Rosemary.
But we have not, that's still in the,
That's still,
in
yeah,
the
we haven't
planning.
called any of the speakers, so we don't have a confirmation from them.
We have time, we still have time.
Yes, we still have time, it'll be June of next year. And the fourth one, which would be in September, we don't have a date yet, but it would be in September, and we were thinking of having educational. And maybe our speakers would be like the superintendent, we can also call, Dr. Carmen Pompa, Miss Silvia Rios, Miss Minita Ramirez, to do the different programs of
Or what-
early childhood, high school, and maybe college, what is available to the ladies. And that is my report.
Okay, may I, I'm going to add to your report, Madam Chair, that, we looked into, when I talked to Angie about reserving the library, the big room over here, the multipurpose room is not available on December the 9th. And the issue is that the event has to be recorded. Since it's part of our meetings, it has to be recorded, like it's being recorded right now. So, I said, well, maybe we can have it at another venue, because I talked to somebody from city council, not city council, but one of the city, who did I talk to? Mr.
From city secretary?
Yeah, the city
Lady
assistant.
Mario Madonna?
No, the assistant.
Oh,
No, the
Stephanie
No, the one that used to be the chief of the fire department.
Landin.
Landin,
Okay.
yes. I spoke to Steve Landin, and he suggested that we could have it there at the city chambers.
Okay.
But, Angie looked into it, and the 9th is already booked at city chambers. So what I'm gonna propose, and see what you all think, is on the 9th, being that it's the first one that we're going to have, I don't know, what is the capacity in here?
35, I think.
35, do you all think maybe we should have the first one
Yes.
here, so we can feel it out and see how many people show up? And then we can, look at possibly having on the February the 10th, would be the next one, in a bigger, another location that they can, he said that they can set up and the recorder, if we go to another city venue. So I was thinking city chambers, if we can't have it on a Monday, maybe we can move it to a Tuesday.
How about one of the classrooms upstairs? It'd be bigger. We
If
have
they're
classrooms.
available, yes.
But are they
Available.
recorded?
Well,
They have to set up.
you
That's
have
set
to
up.
set up, you
Yeah.
can set up, okay.
I would have to request it through the city,
Well, but it can be done.
Yeah.
So it
city,
can be here.
So it can.
public
Yeah.
access channel.
And we need to make sure it's available also,
And
because
also, of
they
course,
need,
of course.
at least an afternoon to set up and then
Of
the next
course.
day to take
How
down.
many
I
people did
think
you
that
say for
even
this
here,
room?
I counted 25 chairs like
Yeah.
this, so if you counted that too?
25 chairs
So
around?
25 around,
That's
and
good.
if we put another row,
Yes,
that
we
would
could
be
put-
50.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I think we
I
should
think
try
so.
it the first time and we'll see what.
Yeah.
And if it feels comfortable, we can
Yeah.
have them here.
Okay,
Okay.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that
That's
way we don't-
besides the table
Yeah.
chairs,
Right.
yes. So we can easily 50, we can do like 60, 65 people, I
Around,
would think
yeah.
so.
Okay.
So let's try it here.
Okay, we'll try it.
I
Okay.
need to see the capacity.
Yes,
This
because
one.
if the fire department says capacity 35,
What is it, 35 you said?
No, I don't know the
Oh,
capacity,
oh,
I'll
can
need
you
to find
find
out.
out?
but the fire department has, I know from school, I'm
Yes.
sure you do too, Sandra. You can't exceed a certain number, you know. Vamos a estar como sardines.
Well, what I was thinking, in order for it to be a successful event, that if each one of us can commit to bringing 2 people, that would give us, what, we're 11, that's 22. 22 for
Plus
sure,
us.
plus us.
33.
Okay,
And that's
33,
enough.
and then, anybody that maybe Judy Basan would wanna bring with her, I don't know, but first we need to know the capacity, right? So we can know how many people could be in.
I think for the first one, it would work,
It would
because
work,
we don't know
okay.
how many people will show up or.
And especially because it's like a month away.
Yes, that's my concern,
Yes,
that it's
it's a month
already
away.
next month, that's our next meeting. Now, the other thing is, we will have to start the meeting officially, like we did just
Right
right now. And then I don't know, we should have any items to discuss, maybe, there she is. She made it.
Traffic, I'm so sorry.
For the record, Leticia Guajardo Martinez is here, thank you. So, what I'm thinking is we start the meeting, we can have up to where we have the minutes, right, or the agenda. And then, we can, say, now we have a presenter, our speaker for this month, for the briefings and presentations. And then not discuss anything else, other than having the presentation, so that she can have ample time to do it. And then whatever, items we have, we'll have them in the next meeting. What do you all think? Is that okay?
I think it would be good, just the call to order, the pledge of allegiance and the roll call,
Uh-huh.
and
We can even table the minutes.
yeah, we can, yes, we can just do 15 minutes of our meeting
Mhm.
and 45 minutes of presentation, that would be enough.
Perfect.
Well, maybe
I think-
30 and then.
30 and
present it
Q&A,
after.
Q&A.
Yes,
I'll talk
and
to
15
Judy
of Q&A.
about Judy about that. Okay, I think that sounds great.
Yeah, I think so.
And that'll be our first one.
Yes,
briefing and
it's all
presentation.
exciting.
So is everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Okay.
And what about refreshments? Are we going to offer refreshments?
Yes, we will have, we can have refreshments.
For
We don't
35
have, only
people?
for the
For the
members.
Only for the members. I'll
Uh-huh.
call Mr. Landin and see what we need to do. I'll call Mr. Landin because he just
Don't
mentioned.
have the
Because you
funds,
don't have
I'm
the
sorry,
funds.
that,
No,
Yeah, no.
That's why I asked, I said, we
So,
can't have just
let's
first.
see what he tells me, yeah,
We
yeah.
don't have the.
Y todos.
Actually, also the other person that oversees, actually he explained it to me because I was trying to find out about the people that have not been, gone to take their oath. And he explained to me that your supervisor is Dr. Chamberlain, and he oversees us. Did y'all know that?
Wow.
Yeah, so it's Dr. Chamberlain that
He has
is
so much to do.
the one for the city department, oversees
Yes.
the library. He's Maria's boss, the Solis'
The
boss.
health.
And then
Health
we fall under that umbrella. So I told him, okay, thank you for letting me know, I don't like to break the chain of command or anything like that, so I'll call Dr. Chamberlain and see what he tells me to do in regards to the refreshments, and see what we need to do.
And can you accept donations of refreshments?
I need to ask,
Okay.
because if we don't have some money in the budget and we can't
Right.
ask for, donations or anything, I'll ask Dr. Chamberlain,
That
see
would
what he
be-
tells me.
Yeah.
But I have to do that and then just get it done before we come, because it's already next month.
They
Yes.
always, when I worked there, they had money for refreshments
It's
and
gonna
with the location of the site as well.
December 9th, CPC?
December 9th.
Okay, so I will call Dr. Chamberlain, see what he suggests, and if he tells me to call Mr. Landin, then I'll call Mr. Landin, whatever needs to be done, because yes, it would not look nice for us to just have you know, I would like to maybe have, I don't know, coffee or some, at least some sweet, something. Some little refreshments for the people that are coming.
Sweet too.
No sweet. I'm just kidding. Okay, so, so everybody okay with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll make those phone calls, and so let me just kind of like go over, review that. Our next meeting will be on November the, December the 9th, and it will be here in this conference room. Ms. Solis will email me and let me know what is the capacity, and then we will email, we'll shoot a mass email to all of you to let you know how many guests we can bring, and including ourselves, so we can know how many people we can be here, and then I'll let you know also what they said about the refreshments. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Lupita. I do want to commend Lupita as well for having such an interesting meeting. It was very informative. We did,
We accomplished a lot.
accomplished a lot, and, you know, it does take a lot of planning, and that's what it's all about, and I think it's gonna be very successful, so. And I did speak to Julie Basan, I saw her yesterday, as a matter of fact, and she said, if you have it on the 10th, I'm also available, but I will confirm with her that it will be on the 9th and that it will be here. And she has 30 minutes to present, and then maybe another 15 minutes of Q&A. Okay.
Till what time?
At the same time, at 5:30.
5:30.
So the agenda will be pretty much like this, Angie, except over here there will be no items, no items. Just put, yeah, presentation. And then whatever items we need to, which will be probably continue, with, reports on the committee. Okay? Okay, thank you.
Minutes for that?
You would start the minutes the same thing up to where we had, and then just put presentation and how long we were here and all that. It would be basically the same thing, but with whatever goes on. Okay? Alrighty, very good. Next, we have a report on the Women's Empowering Conference Committee. And of course, I just mentioned earlier that Ms. Figueroa is not available to present today, so Becky, do you mind?
I don't mind at all.
Thank you so much.
So, the committee met last week on Thursday evening at Ms. Figueroa's office. And, it was Laura Yanes, Ms. Cavazos, Ms. Esther Figueroa, not Figueroa, thank you. I knew I had said something wrong, I could tell. Ms. Figueroa, and myself. And it was a very, very intense meeting because a lot was covered. But the gist of it was that the conference is scheduled for March 29th.
Did you get the copy, I'm sorry to interrupt, did you get the notes?
No, I had them in my other
Do you have
card.
an extra copy?
I switched cards with my
Oh,
mom.
okay, here, I give it here, okay. There you go.
Thank you. So, the conference is scheduled for March 29th, 2025, is that correct, ladies?
Correct.
And, it is a Saturday. I have the committee, decided to contact 2 different banks to borrow their conference areas. And so I have contacted one bank and, pending on an answer before I contact the other bank so that we don't have 2 banks hurt because we didn't use one or the other. Capacity, we think about 100 people. And, we discussed the topics for the conference, and I have to say that we had more topics than what we have time for. So, we did have to trim it a bit, but we have some wonderful speakers, in line already, some who have, accepted, and some that will be, contacted. So, just a little bit of what the topics will be is opportunities in the small business. We have Norma Rodriguez from Tammy, you, speaking a little bit on how to start a business, marketing it, financial support for women. Then we have women's health, becoming a manager of your health, which includes, checking self-care, very important, nutrition. And then in the afternoon, we have, business and personal etiquette, corporate behavior. And, I think we were gonna end it there because it just has so many topics that we wanna cover for women especially. And so, it sounds like it's going to be a very, very informative conference, and I would encourage everyone to start thinking of who you want to invite, who you would like to see at this conference, who would wanna be empowered, because this is the first conference, and I think that it would be nice to show that this is a conference to go to, you know, in the future.
The time certain, it's gonna be from what time to?
From 9 to
4 or 3.
I have here 2:30,
I
and I
think-
don't know.
we were gonna open it for
3,
questions.
Q&A,
and
yeah,
answers.
2:30 to 3, yes.
From 9 to 3?
Yes.
Yes. And it will include lunch.
Yes, and we will get it, see if the bank or whoever we're gonna have it, if they can include the.
If we're allowed to accept the donation, right?
Yeah, we were allowed, but when
Okay.
we had the press conference, I think she provided the sandwiches,
Okay.
Natalie provided the sandwiches and the soft drinks and all that, so I don't see.
So then maybe
Yeah.
it's,
But I'll run it through Dr. Chamberlain as well, just to be on the safe side.
so we did discuss some,
Well, we've had the Hall of Fame at IBC before, they've provided the refreshments and the software, so I
so
don't
then
think
it
it should be.
shouldn't be something that we're breaking.
Yeah, we've
Sí,
always
sí,
had,
sí, sí.
yeah, they provide.
I don't know, Falcon, are you calling IBC first?
Falcon.
Falcon.
I
But
don't
not
know if
at,
they
not at
provide.
the event center, we're thinking upstairs,
Sí, upstairs.
at the room upstairs.
Right, the big conference room upstairs, I think it's a really great location,
It is,
ample
it is.
parking. But yes, I have contacts at both, so I think that either
Let's see
one.
what the
I know
first one tells
IBC provides, but I
Yeah.
don't know
Yes.
if the Falcon says.
They
oh,
did
No, they
wanna
provide
make,
it.
Falcon
Provide
said
it.
as long as it's a nonprofit,
okay.
they would entertain that.
That on having, the small business that Norma Rodriguez, I had already spoken to, no, I called her, she hasn't called me back, because I have her for our
December the
presentation
10th.
on February 10th.
Okay,
And it's also about financial planning and about,
and February
Business.
10th, is it the same audience as what we're going to have?
well, it's gonna have, I don't know if it would be, I think this one would be, has more variety at the same time. Because on February the 10th, she would be our speaker for, remember I told you, like opening a business, a
Well,
lot of.
What we could do, and I know we spoke about this at the meeting, we could have Gabriela Morales, instead of doing it over here, Gabriela, or either one of them,
Yes.
could do it over here, and then the other one do it at the presentations. Cause we had, Gabriela Morales does financial literacy.
Also,
Yes.
Norma had already confirmed with you?
No, I called her, but she hasn't confirmed it yet.
So
I was
there's
gonna
no-
Well, if she
expect her call.
confirms for the February.
Tomorrow, then,
I mean, then use the other
Yeah,
day.
we have the other one, yeah.
because
We'll get some, there's a lot of other people.
Norma is, it's all about the small business development, how to set up your business, how to advertise, how to
Marketing.
cash flow analysis, and all of that, how to use QuickBooks and,
The QuickBooks that she gives is incredible.
yeah.
Okay, so
See,
having,
I've known her for a long time and she's really good.
so having said that, Lupita, which is wonderful, who do you think would benefit more from her information? The people at a conference or the people listening to a presentation here? who would get more out of it at a conference that we're planning to have with other topics?
Well, I think most of us here probably already have a business.
Right, with that, see,
So-
not everybody thinks
you
like that, like us, you know?
So maybe she can do the conference, Lupita, maybe she can do the conference and have somebody else be the speaker for business to a smaller group. Cause here we're talking about what, 25 people here in this room? And over there, we're talking about 150, right, at the conference?
I guess the one here maybe to promote the businesses that we already have or are working for.
A different
No,
topic
because
about
a
it.
lot of women want to open their business and have no idea what it takes.
Right, which
Because
is
I
why I
have
think the conference would be a good thing.
a lot of my tenants that I have, they're small businesses, and a lot of them are women, and I tell them, well, just don't forget to, open your organization, don't forget to do your franchise report, don't forget to do your quarterly report, you need your 941, you need the employment report. They're like, wait, that's too much, what do I need to do?
So with that in mind, which
Yes.
is perfect what you're saying, I think, and it's my opinion only, that more people would benefit from
the
that at a
conference.
conference
Yes.
versus hearing a
Yeah,
presentation. Yeah,
Okay.
and then we can get Gabriela to come and talk about financial literacy, about savings, about not overspending, about credit card debt,
Budgeting.
about budgeting and things like that to a
Okay,
presentation.
then I'll tell Gabriela, I see her on Monday, she's with me in Rotary.
Okay, so tell her for the 29th of March.
No, Gabriela for February.
For February.
Yeah,
And
oh,
Norma
Gabriela,
for-
yes.
Gabriela
Yes.
for February,
And
and then we'll do
Rodri-
Norma
Yes.
for March.
Correct.
Okay.
I think that's a good idea, Lupita.
Yes.
I
So
agree.
that is
Yes.
Norma for
I-
March.
It would be great to have different topics so that we all benefit from the different topics.
Yes.
And we're not falling asleep in the morning.
Yes.
So we also discussed the goodie bags that we would have donated, and in fact, I think I have a gentleman dropping off some, if you don't mind my interrupting.
Mr. Sipa.
You gotta
Mucho
do that.
cuidado. So,
Oh my goodness.
we're gonna get some donations from the city of Laredo
Yes.
on bigger bags, but I wanted to show you what, samples of what Laredo Title did for Parade of Homes. And we have a closing for a cause, and part of the conference is, self-care.
Right.
So we wanna encourage people to go get checked. And so before you all leave, please grab one. There's some extra goodies inside,
Oh.
because I want you to have samples before everybody else gets.
Oh.
And if this is something that you would want
Yes.
to include in the bigger
And I-
city of Laredo
I
bag.
send the city, the one I send you a picture. I also went to the city, to the bureau, it's way down there by the bridge. I was lost. It's like the last office down there on Salina Street. And Sam dropped me off and he was trying to, it's like a maze to get there. But anyway, I got there and, they are also willing to give us, some real pretty bags and they're bigger than that, so we could put that in there. And then whatever other bags we get, cause I know Esther was gonna get some as well.
Goodies.
So that like when people register, the people, whoever registers will get the bag with all these goodies. And the city's willing to give those to us, and they're real pretty.
Will they do a little sticker, with the Laredo Commission for Women?
We would have to do that sticker, probably, but they look like this, I don't know if you can see it from there, it's a turquoise bag,
Oh, the Laredo.
and it says Laredo, established in 1755. It's real pretty, you can, I don't know if it's, but you can pass it around.
See.
So it's real, it's pretty, it's about this big, like that, and it has the handles, so we can put stuff in there, and that's when they register, they can get that bag, and yours, we could put it in there as well, right? Or,
Yeah, whatever you want.
it's in $1.
Yeah, we.
Now, Rod, am I leaving something else out? We had a very long meeting and it,
Well, you
I don't know.
I
covered,
have,
you covered all of the topics, small business, health, nutrition, business and personal etiquette, and,
listen to your body,
poise,
self-care.
posture.
One thing that we did mention was because we're going to speak about nutrition during the lunch, that we're going to try to serve a nutritious lunch. So if
Yes.
anyone
Vegetables,
has ideas
fruits,
of
you know, thank you,
of a
the
lunch
wraps,
that we can-
the lettuce wraps.
fruit salad, let us know what ideas you may have as to a healthy lunch, cause, you know, we had thought box lunches, but then we thought, well, we have to, you know, promote what we're preaching, yeah. So,
Red meat would be out, cause it gives you the most cholesterol.
Yes.
So it'd have to be chicken.
Red
See.
meat out,
Red meat is like a no-no, and vegetables.
lots of vegetables and fruits.
We also talked about raffle tickets for door prizes, that we need to get door prizes, to pass out during maybe lunch. Advertising, we have to, get, probably Nikki to help us with a flyer, and then, Noraida to help us with advertisement, and, maybe we can have a PSA as we get closer to the event, right? We talked about a PSA.
Yes.
Refreshments, breakfast.
and we can
We
serve that.
talked about the, breaks. What did we decide on the breaks?
On the breaks, we said, okay, like the session, it would be 8:30 to 9, would be registration. 9 to 10, opportunities in small business. And then 10 to 11, women's health.
So then people kinda go to attend to their needs, you know, while the conference is taking place, instead of a break that'll take up 15 minutes.
Or longer.
Our break will be from 11:45, 11:30 to 11:45, right, 15, oh, no break. I remember, we don't have that down,
But
yet.
normally, I mean, if somebody needs to go to the restroom,
They
I
just
mean,
go.
whenever
They just
so
go,
it's
yeah.
just-
So we don't need a break per se.
We don't want anyone to hold it until it's time.
I
You
mean,
can
they
leave.
mentioned for
That's
the
not
ladies
good
will
self-care.
they set, or, you know.
That's true, just, taking care of like housekeeping things.
Yeah,
So
like
whatever
the
it is.
MC will say,
And
restrooms are around the
We can say as part
corner.
of self-care, we want you to go when you need to go.
As
Yeah.
needed.
Feel free to walk
Right.
out.
yes,
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
because it's a,
it's not just wait until the break.
It's cause I don't know about you all, but a lot of times women will hold it until they have a break or a lunch or whatever, and that's
Yeah.
not good for us, so.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I think we need to encourage, go when you need.
yeah.
Then we have 12 to 1 would be the nutrition, so while they're eating, someone will be talking about nutrition, a nutritionist will be talking about what you are, what you eat, by a nutritionist.
How
And
you
then,
need to chew your food more.
yes, all those things that we don't do
or
all
maybe
the
you
time.
could get some, I don't know, I mean, it's just a suggestion, you know, how to meditate, you know, like,
También.
you know, the
Yeah.
exercises, I mean,
Yeah,
if you're
that's
stressed
one of
out,
the, yeah, that's one of the topics I think we
Right.
talked about, yeah,
you know, when you're stressed out.
healthy diets.
The Lamaze method.
That's I don't know.
Managing food intake, awareness of dangers of processed foods, I mean, it's just so much,
There's
so
a
much
lot.
of that topic.
But
There's
there's a
so many
video, I think.
chemicals and preservatives in everything these days.
And then we have from 1 to 2:30 is the business and personal etiquette. And that's professional etiquette in the workplace, the do's and don'ts in the workforce, proper workplace conduct. Oh, we talked about when we go, you know, somewhere and they, can I help you? And they're chewing gum and they don't say you know, hey, how they take care of you, you know, in a business and
Or they're on their phone, you have to
Oh,
wait there until
yes,
they
or
finish
like,
it.
it's not, yeah, and they're doing their personal conversations with their boyfriends and all that, we're here listening to all their so all of that, personal etiquette and business
One of
etiquette.
the questions that I do have is going back to nutrition, since the presenter will be talking during that time, there's gonna have to be a time frame where people will get up and get their food.
Yes.
So are you gonna make it 15, 20 minutes, and then, you know, they sit down in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, those are logistics we have to take care of, because what if.
The committee
yeah,
needs to,
the-
okay,
those
from
are
this time to
logistics
this
we'll
time.
take care of.
Yeah.
To see how that's gonna work out. Because
20
we
minutes.
have an hour or 30 minutes for the nutrition part. I mean, no, we have an hour, 1 hour, sorry.
So you said from 10 to 11 was women's health, and then from 11 to 12?
No, to 11:45, I think it was,
Yes,
we decided
11:45.
to increase the time because it was going to cover more
The health.
information, right?
The health, yes, and we
So
have
why
several
don't we do
topics.
from 10
Yeah.
to 11:30?
It's from 10 to 11:45 or 12.
We'll have 15 minutes.
So we can do from 10 to 11:30, and then we have half an hour
It's from 10
to
to
11:45.
11:45 or 12. As you can see here.
Well, that's just
So
my
it's
notes.
really an hour and 45
It's
minutes
still not,
because
it's just,
this
It's a
material,
lot.
you can't just through it.
It's a lot.
You're not gonna come up
And
with
then 15
anything.
minutes for 100 people to go get their lunch?
We'll have 2 stations.
Okay.
And they could go both.
well, yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Don't you worry, we got it.
Alright. Yeah, we'll let you all know everything that's gonna happen so everybody can help and everybody could be there guiding people, come to this line, come to this, here.
See.
There might be even volunteers that we can get to help us with that, to pass out
I'll
soft
have
drinks,
my office
water.
staff work.
We'll have
Yes.
volunteers.
Or students that need
Yeah,
hours.
our community hour, there's a lot that
A lot
can
of
be done with
students.
that, yeah. And so
It's gonna be
basically.
fun also,
yes.
it's not just going to be, this
Work.
typical, it's going to be fun, it has to be,
It has
because
to.
otherwise people will not want to return the next year. So you have to help us.
Of course.
Yeah, young minds think
Yes.
that you know how to attract your age group, which is who we need to target too,
Yeah.
because you all are our future, and so I think that
Yeah, no, I think just
That's
like putting it on social media like early,
Yes,
like let's say like December,
Yeah.
start posting it on social
Right,
media.
the first thing we need is a beautiful flyer that talks about the topics, maybe some of the speakers, so we can entice, oh my God, so-and-so's gonna talk, I wanna be there. Oh, they're gonna talk about this part of nutrition or about how I can, because everybody has different needs. And so the person that has that needs and then they see it there, they're gonna, I wanna go because I wanna learn about
I wanna
this.
listen.
I
And
wanted
I wanna
to,
hear it.
on this,
teasers.
I don't know if we have time for the city, and I had said about, I think we did it last time, about parks and recreations. The city has a lot of programs, extra, cause I use a lot of the services that the city provides, you know? I use their tennis courts, I use their classes, their aerobic classes, their yoga classes, their
Well, we can stress during all of this that the city provides this, this, and this.
Yes,
And
I know
just-
last
and
time
where.
there was a
And
table
where, right.
that
And
this,
where? What
Parks and Recs, the lady
That's a
in
good
charge.
point.
She
She
also
also had-
set a table.
Yes,
Yes.
and so, because taking care of yourself involves exercise. And everywhere you go, they take this medicine and go for a walk, take this medicine and do something.
And basically, that's what the presenter will be covering, but we did talk about tables maybe being outside for literature or goodies or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah,
From
making
the
it
city.
accessible to people to know what the city provides is
Right.
important.
Yes, I don't know if you've gone to like Haynes Recreation Center.
No, I don't
Oh,
know.
it's wonderful.
It's great.
It's great. Yes, they have the walking when it's cold or raining, and you can walk upstairs. A lot of older people,
The
not old
walking
people,
trail.
are walking, because they have a walkway there in the second, on the
Ms.
second
Cavazos,
floor.
maybe the city would want to have someone from their Parks
Parks and
and
Rec
Rec,
to provide
with a
information.
table
Yes,
outside.
they've done it before. I've spoken to them, and we did it last year. She's a lady, I forgot her name.
Anita?
Yeah, and when this committee
No,
meets
no.
again, I think
Yeah,
that's
it's
when
another
we'll
lady.
fine
That's not
tune
understanding.
more of these things, cause right now it's still very general.
Thank you,
So
Lupita, that's a great,
Yeah,
I think it's
that-
good.
yeah, definitely.
The
And then at
hillside
the next
has a lot of
meeting,
things.
we can take all
I
of
will
these
refer to
suggestions
this.
that you all you're writing them down, right? And then we have them recorded.
Mm-hmm.
All these suggestions, and then we can say, okay, remember Lupita said, Parks and
Yes.
Rec,
I
and
have it.
remember Diana said this or whatever, so that we can try and incorporate all of that into
Do
the
you want me to
plan.
go and talk to the lady from Parks and Rec? She's at eight, they have.
No,
the
let me
office at
take care of it with Dr.
Okay.
Chamberlain, and then he'll direct me unfortunately. But
Because
I'll
we
let you
will
know.
promote the city, I think we need to promote the city.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then part of the conference will include the mayor will
Oh,
be
yeah, we'll have an
introduced.
agenda.
The welcoming.
We'll have an agenda
Is it-
with the guests and people that introduce, people that need to be introduced and that are there and all that, yeah.
And again,
We'll follow
those
protocol.
tables are, anytime you go to conferences, they always have tables outside.
Yes.
You can go talk to someone, maybe Anita can have some of the staff with that information. Because we did talk briefly on that.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
So yeah, it'll get covered.
That's so much.
Very good.
That's
Thank
my
you,
report.
Letty. Good job. Oh, yes, and I also wanna, and unfortunately Esther's not here. She's the one that spearheaded this meeting. She put these 2 pages together, ladies. Look at that. All of the topics, she was so organized and put everything together, just like you beat that. And we were like,
It was
this
a
is
long
like
meeting.
way, I mean, we can pick from top, here we have oodles and oodles and oodles of topics that we can pick from. It's just now matching the topic with the right presenter and the dynamic presenter. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, no.
Oh, I thought you were raising your hand.
Were you
So,
raising your hand to create the flyer?
I can.
yeah, if you can do like a preliminary and
Yes.
work with us, maybe we can invite you to the next meeting.
Of
And then
course.
that way, then we can send that to Nikki, and then Nikki can then develop
Yes,
the
just like
official
tell
one.
me what like the actual names of the topics and the presenters.
Yes,
and
once
I'll
we
create
have
some-
more concrete
Yes.
information of the actual presenters and topics and like that, and then we can,
I also really like that it's a happy conference.
yes.
Because March is like the month of women, like
Women.
It is.
and they really focus on like feminicides and like the dark stuff, and this is very happy. I like it.
Yes, I think
I
so,
really,
it's a
really
very
like
good
that.
idea, since we're not having a Hall of Fame this year, we're having something else that is also gonna be, just as nice, and with a large group.
No, I really like the topics. It's
And it's a Saturday,
Happy.
and so we need to decide, it's gonna be all women, can men go? We're gonna be asked a lot of questions, can men go, can children go, can women go? Who's gonna be invited to this? So we better be ready for that, who we're gonna want as our audience, only women, only men,
I don't think it's conducive to children
No.
because of the
of the
distractions.
topics. Okay, so we need to
Our
be
target
very
audience.
upfront with that and clear, because I don't wanna have any problems with children. And then also men can go?
Well, our target is women.
It's
Yes,
a women's
our target
is
conference.
women.
The women's conference.
Unless,
It's a woman's
unless it's a
conference.
man
I
that
agree.
identifies as a she.
Yes.
yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
With what?
A man who identifies as a she.
A
I'm
transgender.
speaking
But he's
like,
a man.
Well,
Lady, we need
Well.
to.
well, if he identifies
As a
himself
woman.
as a she, then you have to respect
yes,
that.
I
And
agree with
so
that. I agree with that.
I'm only saying this because I have
Yes.
young kids and I know that this is a
It's
thing.
not.
Yes.
Are you proud of me? My kids would be out.
Well, and these things we're gonna be faced with,
Yes.
so we better,
I don't think we
think
can
about,
discriminate
what we're gonna
no,
No.
against men who identify as a woman.
Well, we could just say it's a women's conference.
It is, yes.
And if a man wants to go,
He's
then he
welcome.
can go.
He's welcome.
If he wants to.
I don't
If
know,
he
it's
wants
something
to
you
go.
all need to decide. I'm just telling
I
you
think
that I
let's
think
just-
that
let's
that's
discuss it like
something we have to be
regular.
prepared for.
But just discuss the conference itself.
Yeah, let's,
And we'll get to
we'll
that.
work on those logistics.
The committee will
Yeah.
discuss.
Yeah, because it's like when we go to the women's events, like the walking of the thing, of the bridge, it's all women, right? Or we don't have any men, it's all women.
But I think it's okay
But
to
what
say.
she's talking about,
Yeah, and no, and I'd say if some men want to go, they're welcome, but it's a women's conference.
Yes.
We
You know,
need
it's
to
a
emphasize
women's-
that. It's a
Emphasize that.
Yeah,
It's
a woman's-
empowering women.
Well, obviously, when you put the flyer out that says women's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a obvious,
yeah.
but definitely no
We
children,
have to be
right?
prepared,
No,
yes.
no,
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 I don't think
okay.
Unless they wanna be.
It's very distracting. Because some of them are so cute, you wanna
Yeah,
play
I know.
with them.
See,
I know, I
They
get
get
distracted.
bored, they get bored.
they get bored,
They're
you know,
bored.
and they,
Well,
sometimes
the
they get
topic,
tired.
but
They
the
get
topics
tired.
of this is
Well,
not appropriate.
their attention span isn't
Right.
No,
It's gonna be hard enough to keep
Our
it.
attention span, not so much.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Unless you would want to have a place for children that go there, that would be
will you
another,
take care of them?
another, no.
Will you take care of them?
No.
I'll take care of
Go
them.
there.
No.
Then
I
don't
wouldn't
go there.
mind.
I
just
think
find
this
them
brings
just-
responsibility.
that's a
to
lot of
At my
it.
age,
Yeah,
No.
I wouldn't mind if it wasn't because of the liability.
Yes,
No,
I think it's a liability.
and I'm not gonna take
No,
care of
it's
nobody.
You have to
No.
protect
I
yourself
never
against
even
liability.
taught less than ninth grade.
Yeah, no, I think that would be opening, yeah, too much.
Niños, no. Yo-
Okay, can we move on? Anything else, Leticia?
Not that I can think of, only that, thank you very much for making that planning committee meeting successful.
Yes, it was very successful. I think we were there, was it 2 hours? If
Yeah,
not
2
more.
hours, a lot of conflict.
Yes, a lot.
And when she said you come to the next meeting, she meant the committee meeting.
Okay.
Yes, the committee, okay?
Well, I guess I'll be here.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see, what's next on the agenda? Okay, so, letter D, right? Discussion and
Yes.
possible action on the Laredo Commission for Women member roster and vacancies. I did make a call to the city secretary, of course, they did not let me talk to him, but I talked to the lady that is his assistant, and ladies, they don't know anything. They don't know information, they don't know about this lady that was appointed by the mayor in 2023. They don't, she was gonna look into it and get back to me, and to this day, she hasn't gotten back to me. So I'm going to call her back and see what information she has, and, I told her, look, this was in April of 2023 where Maria Gutierrez was appointed. And she said, ma'am, she's never, we don't have a phone number on her, we don't know who she is, they didn't know anything. Do you know her? No? So that one is still pending. The other one is also pending. I said, well, give me the phone number. I will call her and I'll ask her, because I said, I'll go to her, join her in the oath, whatever. They have no information. So she was supposed to talk to the mayor, so the mayor can tell her, oh yes, this is so-and-so who I appointed, and maybe he may, I don't know, but she doesn't know anything.
I think that if they were appointed since April and they haven't gone for their oath, they're not interested.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They're
April
not.
of last year.
Just.
Of 2 years ago, yeah,
2
oh,
years
it's
ago.
gonna be
Of
2 years.
23.
Yeah, so they're not
Yeah.
interested.
He needs to appoint
Yes.
somebody.
Yeah, he needs to appoint somebody else. So she's aware of it now, and she's gonna look into it, and I need to call her back so she can see what she
But
does.
a lot of times it's because the person didn't relay the message to the person they appointed, they just gave a name. And I'm telling you, because I received a call, like one day that, from Ruben Gutierrez, Councilman Ruben Gutierrez, and he says, would you be willing to, and so we discussed it, and then the next day, he said, we'll go to the city and get, but they had been telling him that they had contacted me, but no one had contacted me.
The same thing
It
happened
happened,
with me.
yeah.
So I think there's a miscommunication somewhere there, and then when.
They're not relating the
Right.
message to the
Right, and so he said they've been trying to contact you, and I said, I'm really good about,
Yeah.
returning calls, and I have not received a call.
Okay, well, my report on this
She-
item is that I'll call her back. Her name is Stephanie Alcala, and I will call her back. You know who she is?
She's new.
She's new? Oh.
That's what she doesn't.
Yeah, so that's what she was gonna do research and.
See, I wanted to tell you that I talked to Julia Rubio on
Okay, she's
Saturday.
one.
She was appointed by Lisa Cigarroa, but I was like, really? I'm appointed? And I said, yes. She didn't know. They said, well, Lisa told me something, but then they didn't follow through. So she's interested, she's a lawyer.
Do you have her number?
I don't, but I know her mother.
I'll get her, yeah, I know
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, her mother.
Yeah, okay.
And she's her
If we
neighbor.
can get her, I'll call her, I'll be happy to call her and
Call.
tell her I'll go with you to the swearing in. cause I was with you, I was gonna go with you, but last minute didn't go, but I don't have a problem going
And
as
she's
well.
very young.
Yes, I know
so
who
we
she
need-
is.
We
yeah.
need young.
We need, yeah, okay, so if you can give me her number or,
I don't
Oh,
have
you
it,
don't
but
have
I
it.
can get it. for
okay,
you.
if you can get it for me, that would be good, and I'll take care of that. And then, and the others was, I'll see what she tells me. I just wanted to report on that because I had told you all that I would take care of that as well.
Okay,
So.
may I?
Yes, ma'am.
I also contacted Mr. Gonzalez, Gilbert Gonzalez. And I sent him a text and I told him, as you probably already know, Amber Avis is no longer in the commission. And if you're going to appoint someone to take her place, question mark. I have a lady that's with me in Rotary and she would like to represent you in the Laredo Commission. Her name is Gabriela Morales, and I gave her his number if you would like to speak to her. She's very intelligent, organized, and hardworking.
Perfect.
That's what I sent to Mr. Gilbert.
Okay. Very good.
He responded, said, "This is great, Mrs. Ramirez, let me get her on the next agenda so she can get appointed."
Awesome.
Oh, well, that's
So
wonderful.
she'll be in the agenda.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Lupita. Awesome. And then we talked about Ana Laura also.
Laura.
Oaxaca.
Oh.
She's the president of the, right now, she's the
Yes.
president of the Laredo Commission for Women, and she expressed an interest.
Women's City.
Oh, I said Laredo?
You're the
Commission for-
Okay, Laredo, the Women's City Club, I'm sorry, yes, correction. Okay, so, that would be another, position that can be, filled.
And we'll have Gabriela here.
And
Yes,
Perfect.
that'd be great.
Gabriela Morales.
Yes, yes, okay, very good. Thank you, Rita.
You're welcome.
Okay, so that's that on the vacancies. Hopefully for the next meeting, we'll have these two ladies. All right, when is our next meeting? So the scheduling of our next meeting is
December the ninth.
December the 9th. Perfect, and that's gonna be, an abbreviated agenda with a presentation, Dr. Julie Basan. We don't have to advertise or anything, it's just for this group. So does everybody think they can invite 2 people, 2 women?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And then you can let me know what the capacity is, we don't wanna overflow this place. And I'll tell Julie, she'll have about 25 nights, 30, right, okay? Any questions on next meeting? Okay.
Will it be in this room?
Meeting.
Or-
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, ladies, it was very informative, and I think we got a lot of information. We still have a lot of work to do, because this is just like the very preliminary, the bones. We need to start adding some meat and muscle to all of this, and I know eventually it's gonna come out with a beautiful woman at the end of the event. It's gonna be very beautiful. So this meeting is now adjourned. Meeting adjourned.
With that being said,